tardes a todos, bienvenidos. I hope you are doing well. And thank you for joining this call and welcome to our seventh and final teleconference of our pilot project for WMO's RE3 and RE4 in support of the Early Warnings for All initiative. Um, and according to our schedule, we completed the development phase of our project on October 30th, and that was a couple of weeks ago, and by that date, COEs that wished to make their materials available beyond the native language, audiences should have submitted their resources to WMO for translation. And right now we are in the final stage of the project where WMO will proceed with the translations. The COEs are preparing their posters and presentations for CalMet, and as a regional coordinator, I will be working on the project closeout report. Here's the plan for today. After this brief introduction, we will check whether there are still um, updates regarding the letters of undertaking, since a few COEs were still working on those. Then we will move on to the main part of today's meeting, where each COE will be invited to present an overview of their developed resources. And we will also discuss the preparations for CalMet, including any questions you might have about the Learning Toolbox, which is the platform where we will be uploading our e-posters. And we will talk about a possible contribution to the WMO Satellite Basic Skills course, as Rodo mentioned in one of our previous calls. Um, the idea is to share the case studies from RE3 and RE4 developed as part of this project so they can be included in the satellite skills course. Okay. And here's our team. Oh, sorry. I wonder if there's someone from CIMH at this call. I don't think so. Let me check. Uh, Let me just send a reminder to Kathy Ann. Just a moment. Give me 30 seconds. Yes. To join us. Okay, just sent a reminder to Cassie Ann and our colleagues from CIMH. But let's keep going. Um, and I would like to apologize because in our previous calls I forgot to include our colleague Dominica Copa from the call in Argentina, and she's also contributing to this project. And Dominica is a student of atmospheric sciences and has been involved in developing the materials for the call. Um, okay, letters of undertaking. During our last call in September, our colleagues from SMN and UCR mentioned that the process was still ongoing. SMN was exploring an alternative solution to move forward, and UCR was also working on a way to finalize the process. And in our previous calls, it was mentioned that we could face some issues if the process extends into Q4 2025, where we currently are, or Q1 2026. So I wonder if our colleagues from SMN or UCR, if you have any updates regarding the letters of undertaking or any progress you would like to share with us. Romina
Mhm.
and Gabriela, do you have any updates? ¿Alguna actualización?
We sent to Soya the signed document, so we are
Hmm.
waiting for the answer from secretary.
Yeah,
Ah,
it was already approved, I think last week, and then our coordinator was on leave. So I did provide, I mean, I'm waiting when the payment is to be done. So the
Ah,
formal part is done. I did provide the budget line, and then I wait for coordinator to arrange for the payment. I
ah,
hope she will complete
mm,
today, or not today, by the end of this week, I guess, or
ah,
early next week. And it takes like a couple of days to proceed with the payment normally. So
mhm.
I would hope that it should be completed by the end of next week, at the very
Okay.
latest. So, but once it's done, I'll inform you.
Okay. Okay. Thank
all
you. Great
right.
news.
That is excellent. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Romina
Thank
and
you.
Zoya.
Thank you, Soya. Mm.
Gabriela, we can't hear you. You're muted.
So I wonder if you have spoken with Marcial lately.
I spoken with him yesterday, but not about this. Do you want me to
Okay.
check?
Yeah, because we haven't talked about this
Okay, okay.
recently, so I wonder if he got it
Yeah,
going.
I should admit that I am a bit now very not sure, to be honest.
Hmm.
I mean, the project is completing end of this year, so I,
Yes.
to be honest, not sure that's even possible to
So,
have it signed next year. I don't
Zoya,
think
you
that's.
Yeah.
didn't had any contact from Martial, right?
I mean, I
About
think
this.
at some point I did ask, but there was no any traction as far as I understood.
Okay.
There was no any
Mm.
progress. I mean, that was quite some time ago when I did ask
Hmm.
him. I think at the last one after our last call, I did ask him,
Okay.
and there was
Uh,
no any clear indication that some actions are being taken.
Mhm. Yeah.
no problem. I will check
Yeah,
with
and
him.
the key point is that the project is ending
Is ending.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't believe it's possible to have it. I mean, if you submit it SAP, I think we will do that. But
Hmm.
yeah, it should be completed by the end of this year.
Okay. I will check with Martial. Danielle is also joining us. Let me add him.
Okay.
Okay, Hugh from CIMH is also with us. Hello, Hugh. Hola, Daniel, Poleo. Welcome.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Hugh. Okay, so we have good news from Argentina. The process is already approved. And we will check with Marcial for further updates from UCR. Okay. All right, overview of training resources. Let's take a look at the materials developed by our colleagues, including Moodle interfaces, slides, recordings, Colab notebooks, and any other resources you may have created. And I will start with the resources developed by COE Brazil, and then our colleagues from SMN will proceed as they need to leave earlier today. Let me just show you. Uh, I will open our introductory slides, which are shared in our first recording available on our Moodle interface. And these slides and recording summarize the overall content of our training. Okay, so I'm just showing you the slides prepared for this introduction, for this short introduction, which is available in our Moodle page. Uh, we began presenting our team from COE Brazil, who collaborated in this project, including myself, my colleague Regina Ito, meteorologist from our division, and Caio Atila, one of our researchers, and they did an amazing job developing the case studies related to floods and squall lines. And as agreed during our previous discussions, the training starts with a short video introducing the Early Warnings for All initiative in our VLab pilot project to provide some context and background information for participants. Then in Unit 2, we move on to an introduction to remote sensing and covering GEO and LEO orbits, the GOES-R and JPSS satellite series, their instruments, applications, and other aspects. Next, Regina presents the case study on floods, starting by explaining the differences between floods, flash floods, waterlogging, and she introduces the historic floods in southern Brazil in 2024, their impacts and consequences, and then Regina recorded a series of videos demonstrating the satellite and explaining the satellite products, some of the satellite products used to monitor the situation before, during, and after the disaster, including geo and LEO products such as the CIRAS, advected layered precipitable water. She covers GOES-R RGBs and other satellite products as well. Okay. Um, After that, in unit number 4, we present a recording showcasing complementary satellite products for this monitoring, including the NOAA flood mapping products derived from GOES, JPSS, and Sentinel-1. We explain the differences between the optical products and the SAR products from NOAA. We also introduced some JPSS products, including the day-night band for detecting possible power outages, which was a huge problem here during these floods. And we also provide an overview of some precipitation estimates, such as CMORPH, the ones available on GSMAP. And for each product, as we are going to see, we provide links for online visualization platforms and, whenever possible, download options for users who wish to process the data locally by themselves. And we close this unit by introducing, as we have seen before the call, but before we started, the international charter, which, based on our experience, is still relatively unknown in our community. And since the charter was extremely valuable during the floods last year, when the charter was activated, and as we see in the training, in the recordings, the charter produced more than 130 something high resolution images for that particular event. So we dedicated some time to explain its purpose and importance. And then our colleague Kai Watila, he prepared 2 recordings for Unit 5. The first one covering the theoretical foundations of skull lines, and the second recording presenting a recent case study here in São Paulo, showing huge impacts of a skull line event here and explaining some of the satellite products that can be used for this monitoring. And finally, we conclude the training with data access and processing, showing 4 CoLab notebooks related to floods and skull lines. The first one showing how to access and process the NOAA flood mapping products, as NOAA made make these products available for the past 10 days or something. The second one showing how to access JPSS data from the cloud and produce high resolution images and RGBs from the JPSS series. The third one with Sentinel-2 data, how to download data from before and after the disaster, how to produce a true color, and so on. And a fourth notebook showing how to easily access the whole GOES-R historical repository from the cloud, from Go 16, 17, 18, and 19, from any date since the beginning of the series. And we wrap up the training with a conclusion and summary of the content covered in each unit. Now let me open our Moodle interface. This one. I haven't shared the self-enrollment key yet with the community, but we plan to share it after CALMet. And as suggested during one of our teleconferences, we decided to create shorter videos instead of one long recording covering all topics. As from our experience, as we have discussed, I think on our kickoff call, usually trainees, they don't have time to watch everything in one sitting. So shorter segments of shorter videos make the training more accessible and engaging. So we have 14 videos with the introduction, introducing the Early Warnings for All initiative and the VLab pilot project, introduction to remote sensing, GOES-R and JPSS, introduction to floods, difference between floods and flash floods, and so on. The floods in Brazil in 2024, its causes and the consequences, some of the possible causes of these floods, also showing satellite product and NWP outputs during the analysis. What satellites shown during the disaster and after the disaster here. Unit 4, complementary additional satellite products to monitor floods, including the NOAA flood mapping products, JPSS products, precipitation estimates, and the disaster charter, theoretical basis on squall lines. The squall line case study, these a couple of months ago in Brazil, and data access and processing. And for for each one of these videos, we provide, for example, here in the beginning, a summary of our training, the name of the topic, a short summary of that topic covered in the video, and the links shared during the presentation, and the slides if they want to follow with the slides presented during these videos. And we think it's important to share the links. For example, in our video regarding the NOAA flood map products, we provide the links for for visualization on real Earth, for example. And if they would like to download the product and process the products, they can just access the server from NOAA with the GOT files. Regarding the CoLab notebooks, we provided 4 examples. Let me quickly open it for you. The first one, sorry. Let me quickly show these notebooks for you. The first one covering the flood mapping products from NOAA with example scripts showing how to download them using scripts and process your area of interest and produce, you are able to read the pixel values and make an analysis, etc., etc., etc. We also show how to overlay these products in an interactive interface. So that's basically our first example. In our second example, we show how to download JPSS data from the cloud and produce RGBs from before the tragedy and after the disaster, where you can clearly see the sediments here advancing through the Guaíba River, and also the day-night band with the lights before and after the disaster. So this is very nice because you can download data from any satellite from the JPSS series, from NOAA 20, NOAA 21, or NPP, and visualize these images for the region for your area of interest. And then on our third notebook, we show how to access and process data from Sentinel-2 and how to produce high-resolution true color composites. This is an example from before the floods and after the floods. Here after the floods, and we also show how you can process this information using a programming language. with a very simple approach on how to detect the areas affected by the floods. As you're seeing here, the yellow areas are the ones affected, the pixels affected that were not affected before on the first image. So this is a very simple approach for detecting this, but we think it's a very nice example related to floods. And we finished the demonstration with a GoalsR notebook where we have created a simple function called download goals, where you can basically access anything you want from any instrument, any product, from any date, from any GOES satellite. You just need to add, the date that you want to download the data, the satellite, GOES 16, 17, 18, or 19, the product, whether from ABI, Axis, magnetometer, SAIS, and the others, the band, and where you want to store the data. And, after that, you can do anything you want, including visualizing these call lines, which was the purpose of this notebook. And also overlay GLM information. So these were the 4 notebooks created for this training. And so this is our Moodle page. And at the end, we have a quiz, a questionnaire with some questions, which participants will need to answer and get a grade equal or better than 70% in order to access the certificate. This is, if they get a grade better, equal or better than 70%, this link will appear automatically. They are able to click here, check if their personal information is correct, and participants can issue their certificate by themselves. And thankfully, as we shared during our VLab calls, we have learned how to do it automatically, so students can issue the certificates by themselves, and we don't need to worry about bureaucratic stuff here at NPay. So when they complete the training, they can issue a certificate of participation with their names, a VLab training in support of the Early Warnings for All initiative, the trainers, the how many hours are needed, the topics, and signatures, and a QR code for validation. Let me go back. And at the bottom, we have a link with the feedback form with the 12 questions we agreed to add in our trainings for training evaluation and to get feedback from participants. Okay, and that's it. We have 14 videos, summaries, slides, questionnaires, and certificates. The total duration is approximately 3 hours for completing this training. And I think it's a nice contribution for this project. Let me close some windows here. I know it's not perfect. We know it doesn't fully meet the WMO definition of a course. We are still working on that, but we believe it's a very nice contribution within the context of this project. And since we want our training resources to be translated, we shared all the files with WMO, including the editable files, the editable slides, and the YouTube transcripts. And these are SRT files. They include the transcript and the time codes. Okay, and what we've done is, this is our VLab channel, okay, from our COE. And if I access here, YouTube Studio, we have our videos, and the videos for this training, they are classified as unlisted because they are not being shown on our main YouTube page, but they are only shown in our Moodle. And on YouTube, when you click at a video, you can click here on subtitles, And YouTube, you create an automatic translation, an automatic transcript. It will detect the language and create a transcript. What we have done, we have downloaded this SRT file, and then you can open this file with a text editor and correct them. This is the original file. Let me download the corrected file for you to take a look. Here, this is the corrected file. Because the automatic translation is not, it's not bad, but for some technical terms, it doesn't translate very well. For example, this is the original one. Hello, welcome to our training about a contribution from NPay. The automatic translation understood as INP, and then we needed to correct for NPay, and so on. Like goals are, it doesn't understand what goals are is, so we need to correct it. JPSS, it doesn't understand, we need to correct it. So this is what we've done, and we've shared all these corrected files with WMO for further translation. And when we receive these files, these translated slides and SRT files, we will re-upload those to YouTube, and participants will be able to select the language. Okay, when I click here, let me click on the first video here. Yeah, and here you have the closed captions. Here, it will show the transcript, the corrected transcript in the language selected by the viewer. Okay. And that's it. And also, WMO will kindly issue certificates for the participants of our project. This is an example certificate issued to Regina, Caio, and myself. And these certificates include the satellite skills, the specific satellite skills covered during the training. Okay, so in our case, skill number 1, identify surface features as floods. The identifications of areas of flooding has been covered. Skill number 3, identify and interpret broad-scale, synoptic, and mesoscale systems as skull lines have been covered. Skill number 5, interpret derived fields and products, as Regina extensively covered derived products like TPW, for example, and compare satellite data with NWP outputs, which was also covered during our training. So you just need to inform Zoya which skills were included in your respective trainings. Okay, so that's it for our contribution. Now let's hear the overview of training resources from other COEs, and let's start with the updates from SMN, as our colleagues will need to leave earlier. Okay, so Romina, ¿puedes compartir tu pantalla? Déjame cancelar mi stop sharing. Okay, puedes compartir tu pantalla ahora. You can share your screen now.
Okay. Juan was going to present.
Okay, go ahead, Juan Ignacio.
¿Sí?
Podemos ver tu pantalla, pero no está max. Ah, sí, ahora sí. Perfecto. You can show your screen. We are seeing your screen.
Well, I will show you what we did. So here is the SMN Moodle page. So we go to the training of the VLab. Here we have the two hazards. First, the volcanic ash, and and later the fog. So let's start with volcanic ash. Here we have the theoretical part where the student can click here to go to a column. That is the same what we have here, like a book where we have all the theoretical model here. In the first time, we make a little introduction to VLab and objectives and the scope of the training. So let's we make an introduction of the hazards, explain a little bit with the civil how hazard affect the civil society. We explain later the work of the volcanic ash advisory centers with all the area. Then we begin with the satellites work, explain the different bases we will put eyes on, and explain the lowest importance here with the spatial and temporal resolution, with the old ones that they have, and later some quick ones that we use later in practice phase. Now we explain all the spectral response of the gases of interest in the case, and later we explain some the qualitative satellites like individual bands and how the different gases response of each individual band, like clear sky or clouds or volcanic ash, and some individual bands. Later we pass to explaining some PTVs of interest in the case, and obviously the RGB composites and their recipes. This is all theoretical for this moment, and then pass to quantitative satellites based on satellite images like ash plume height or ash load, ash mass load, and some online visualizers. And the last one, we explain how to access of the data, then the geo and video data, like principally Amazon Web Service, and how explore the page and download the data. And for the final case, for the final, we hands on the practice case with a link to the collab. And let me show you before we explain, we here have the data folders and how to download the data and write like a little tutorial to mount the data here. And obviously they need to make a copy of the collab to work after. Some in the practice case, we have an introduction and a synopsis of the event and some characteristics of that, some impacts and consequences, and here begin show how work on a Google Colab like with a little video, and this they don't need because they the data here, right? After in work that here have individual ones with some type of questions and some products like the student can explore the value of each individual one. Then we explain the ETDs, obviously with the trigger questions, and where they can have the actually composites like animation, to see the old event. Here we have a little remember how RGB made, more animation, another RGB, and here we have some tools to compare the different RGB or horizontally like a circle. So they have an event time play has some with that. And to finish, we have a animation, interactive animation of Windows Volcano, where they use the ash cloud fade or loading and animate to see a little bit about the quantitative approach. And in the case of the code, the empirical model is very similar, where here, like different between volcanic ash and fog, we have here some cloud classification based on projects or machine learning, like explore another approach, and we will see in the practice case, we have three cases in case of fog. The first is one easy case where they can fall without clouds over the fog and low status. And the second is a case that they have clouds medium and high, high clouds over the fog. And the last one relational with the fog associated with real values. But here they can explore, they have a little synoptic analysis, obviously an introduction about the lab, roll the data, and therefore they can explore the different individual ones, the ETEs, and the RGB2 here with animation. And for the last one, they have a little classification based on thresholds, the ETE between channel 13 and 7, where they can explore if the cloud classification is good or not, but it's consistent with the analysis we make previously. And for the last one, we have some images from Rio, where they can explore and compare with the other images between Rio and Lima. So this is the same for the three cases. The structure is the same, so I think that's all. Well, in the mobile page, they have the evaluation and material from reference, like online viewers or another resource, and some papers to consult if they want. So I think that's all.
Okay, thank you, Juan. Let me just share my screen again. Uh, take some notes. Okay. Please share your, for I've just written in the chat. If you already have Moodle links, please share with us. And uh, and a self-enrollment key, so we can also take a look at your Moodles and explore it. And I have a question. I wasn't able to create, when I manage our Moodle here, I haven't figured out how to create those nice pages, with arrows. As you see, we have everything on a single page. So I will check with you guys how to create this nice. I'm not sure which resource I should add. Is it um, book? Is it page? Is it file?
Book.
Oh, it's a book. Okay,
It's
okay,
a
okay,
book.
okay. Okay. I will test that feature. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, it's nice because it put the on the right side. It puts this index, so it's very nice
Mhm.
to go through the different lectures and and well files into
Uh-huh.
like a book.
Okay. Okay.
I can
I'll
show
test
you
it.
Mhm.
the one in the active edition.
Okay. I will test it, and if I have any questions, I'll let you know. So thank you very much for the overview, and I really like how your notebooks are interactive. Like you can inspect your pixel values and etc. I wasn't able to do it. Thank you very much. Great, great job. Do we have any comments or questions for Argentina or for Brazil until now? Okay, the Moodle link for Decal Moodle. Decal. All right, self-enrollment key. 30 warnings for all. And pay fee for all 2025. Thank you, Ines. Uh, all right, do we have any volunteers for the next one? You or Gabriela or Ines? Raise your hands.
Well, we have been working on the Moodle, but yes, we are behind in this project because I think we started working on two cases, maybe by could have been by July, August, or something.
Mhm.
Um, sorry, so I have. Let's see. I can't find the.
You may share
Yeah.
your screen, Gabriela, if you want.
Oh, I'm looking for we're looking for a file that Marcial has made,
Okay.
but I can't find it. So Ileana was working with the lining activity for different cases, and Danielle was working with the which one was it? Sorry, Otto. Yeah, I think it was with Otto, but I don't know if they want to talk about it here. Let's see.
Yes,
Yeah.
Gaby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we have two cases about lining. One is for the week or 14 to 20 July, and the other is, but it's an special day, the 18 July, and the other is for the August, which was a special activity at night. So we have the maps, we have some material, but we are just going to upload all the information, and also with the case of study of the synoptic cases that our partner from the Meteorological Institute is also preparing. So I think that we would like to know which is the final date that we could have to finish this model.
In our schedule, we had this 30th of October as a deadline, but I mean, you can, whenever it's possible, you can share with us, so we can take a look. There's no problem.
Okay.
Muchas gracias, Ileana, por el feedback, for your feedback. Thank you. And as soon as you have, are you planning to upload these resources through to the UCR's Moodle, or is it okay?
Yeah, we were looking for the for information about it. We have a Moodle for the university, but if a person is going to take the short course and they can't have access because they won't have the email from the university, I mean, an official account with the university, so they wouldn't be able to access it if we use the university Moodle, but there's a global campus Moodle that we can use. So we just recently found out about that because I asked the people in charge of this Moodle at the university, and that's what they replied, that we don't upload it in the regular university Moodle because otherwise people from other places wouldn't have access to the Moodle. They need to log in with a university account. So if they didn't have one,
I understand.
Yeah, so we can use another one, but it's yeah, we can use it. It's just that we have to put all the information there, and also a little bit of the theory, all the theoretical aspects of lightning, and also for the Moodle of hurricanes, we have to upload all the previous explanation about the hurricanes in the area and all the background information. But Daniel made a synoptic analysis for the hurricane case. So we have advanced parts, but we don't have the whole project together yet.
Okay, there's no problem. The only thing we need to pay attention is the deadline for the submission of your poster to CALMet. It's next Monday, November 17th. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I may be able to do that. Yeah, but the Moodle itself, that's the thing I still don't have a final answer on when we can submit it, because we also need to have Marcial's feedback. And well, this
that
is a crazy time at the university right now. So
I understand.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Gabriela and Ileana, for your feedback. And as soon as you have your Moodle page or an interface where we can check the content, please share with us. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on and proceed. Ines has her hand raised. You may go ahead, Ines, and share your screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, I was like making a comment to Gabriela because we have a similar situation with the campus Moodle. It's usually like close to students at the university, but in some case you can do this kind of how you say open like login like a guest, like something like self-matriculate to the course or something like that. That's what we do in the same thing. It's like we have our campus inside the university, but we were able to open like a guest. So maybe something this can help you. I think I have one email how to do this kind of thing to auto-enroll to the course. So maybe it can help you. It's the same Moodle system or whatever.
Great. Thank you, Ines.
Oh, okay. You want, I can share my screen.
Yes.
Give me a second.
Sorry, I have to leave. See you in CALMet.
CALMet. See you in CALMet. Thank you. Thank you, Ines, for joining. Bye bye.
Bye.
I'm here.
Ciao ciao.
No, Romina.
Romy. I'm still
Romina.
here.
Oh,
Ines is going
Romina.
to present.
That's right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I don't know if you are seeing my screen right now.
It is loading. We can
Okay.
see your login screen of your
Yes.
Moodle, probably your Moodle interface.
Yes. Oh, okay, great. So this is what I want to show you. I shared the link. If you go to that link, you're gonna go inside this page, and we have 3 different ways to get. If you like a student or teacher at the university, you have your own IDX. Other one is like people that are enrolled at the university can guess like other people. But we have this other option that is like entrar como persona invitada is like login like a guest. So if you go there, that's the way the Moodle is going to be open to everyone. And here you have to put the key to access. And this is the Moodle that we have right now with all the information. In the last meeting, we already shared all the material that we have. But we have a really structure similar to yours, Diego. It's like a beginning with introduction, like initiative for early warning for all the information that they have, all the content we have in each one of the sections, also about VLab and a project. Then there's a second section about the system of satellite observations, also talking about GOES, all the information, the different sensors, descriptions, the different bands, GML, like a general introduction to all the products that we will work in the model. And then we start like working with each one of the case. We have 2 cases. This is the first one. Also, Grail about all explanations, supercellular, granizo, the case of study, all the presented, this area of the study we're working. This is the region of Córdoba in Argentina, so all the people knows what are we talking about. All the characterization, all the reports about. I forgot how to say granizo in English. Okay, sorry.
Hail.
Hey, thank you. I was like, all the case, how they were measured, all the forecasts, how to do it, all the products for each one of the case. And then we have the activities, and then it's like directly going to the collab for this case. So then you go for the collab, and this collab is like the same structure. We're gonna have like the section how to discharge the data, the library that we need, all the functions that are needed. And then it's also continue for each one of the case, like trying to describe like the pre-convected system to monitor the case that we're studying, all the GOES and products that we are using. And all this section is like continue with this kind of questions to observe the animation and answer the follow-up questions. So you have the different questions, the idea, and then you have this option. It's like you have the question, you try to think about the answer, and then you have like after that you will have the answer explanation of each one of the case for each one of the situations, watch the animation and answer. The same is like which cell they have to run or not on this case. Also this one that they can work like comparing the system is the one like the different tools for combining and observe different clouds and different levels. The same. Here is like in all cases, I'm doing something. Okay, well, this is like all the case. You can check then later with all the information. Okay. Then if you have more time, you can check, but this is all for the one of the case, and this is a similar with the other one. COES 18, so the idea is like they will have like different activities and different things to show, and then this like can compare, change the product that we are working. Actually, Dominica was the person who was made most of these cases of these figures, so you can compare. The idea to already have uploaded all these figures, so it's not going to be so like heavy for all the people to run, but they can choose the different products or the different things that I wanted to compare, how to do it, all this kind of thing. It's okay. I don't want to reload, but this is like the collab for one of them with all the questions and trying to do this thing. And I hope I got them. Oh, sorry, maybe, yes. And this is the second case. I hope I can see it. Decision convected, the same idea, all introduction for the case study, presentation, the situation, news about the consequence, about this event, how to characterize it, and then also the other collab. That is also follow the similar structure than before. And then we will have this section with external resource. It's like having all the links and extra material and reference that we are using. And the same question evaluation about the self. So well, this is to complete, and the section who we are, and the section like some tips to run the notebooks. So the thing that they need to know, how to activate, how to run a cell, which are the things to do or not to do, or what if they have the common mistake or things like that. Another thing that we maybe are thinking to add after we start or thinking about the poster for CALMet is like add an animation, a video to show how to run the collapse. So probably this section is gonna be updated. So this is like a summary of the Moodle at this moment. I don't know.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. I really like how your notebooks are elaborate, very detailed.
Yeah. No,
so,
they're like, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, for now it's like we only need to, the section that who we are, because we are combining also for the poster for the CALMet, and the like just like review the content of the text or something, but it's like mainly the information how to run is mostly there.
Okay. So if I try to access it, I will not be able, right? You still need to
No. You
enable. Okay.
You can go like entrar como persona invitada.
Okay.
That's the important thing. And then you put the key, the self-enrollment key. No, the issue is like, for now you can access. We still like start like doing the last modification that we need, but it's gonna be like the final version is gonna be for the CALMet. So next week is gonna be all the information is gonna be complete.
Okay.
That it's only 2 sections that need to be like completed, like who we are and the reference, and it's gonna be move the other. But the other thing is like mainly complete.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ines. Any comments or questions to our colleagues from the CAL before we move to our next overview? Okay, great, Ines. Comment from Bernie. Okay, let's move on to our last overview for today from CIMH. And Hugh, thank you very much for sharing your Moodle link. You may go ahead and share your screen and share your resources. Thank you.
Okay.
Keep control. Okay, you can share your screen now. Oh, you're controlling my my.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, let me stop sharing. Okay, try to share your screen now.
Oh, sorry. I was clicking the wrong thing. All right. Guess I'll just share.
We can see your screen. It's not maximized yet, but we are seeing your progress report.
Okay. Do I need to? I guess. All right. So from seeing the presentations of the others, I realized that ours is very mine's very bare bones. I kept it purposely short, but that might have been a bit too short. And I said, share the link with you and you can give me some feedback if we need to add more things because we didn't provide any background. So I'm sharing the wrong thing. Sorry about that. How did I stop? Sorry about that. Share.
We are not seeing your screen. You can share it again.
One second. I'm gonna share the entire screen. So I was just having technical difficulties with my computer.
If you like, you can send me your slides and I can share.
No,
Okay.
it's not that. It is that for this meeting I was using the Mac, so the Mac is asking me to do lots of permissions.
Oh.
That's why. Hopefully that should work. Yeah, if it doesn't work, I will just share with you.
Okay.
Share. Well, let me cancel that. Oh, that's shared. Oh,
So Hugh left the conference and maybe he will try to log in again and share his screen. Let's wait a little bit more. Hey Ines, in your hail example, where that you have, the hail detections, what was your source? Sorry, I missed that. Your data source.
In the case for the head, give me a second.
Okay. I
You made
remember
the head report.
seeing a map with the hail.
Yes.
Yes, I missed the data source there.
They were like sorry, I'm not really sure.
No problem. We can discuss later.
One of the group that was working this is the work related to Relámpago, and that's the one who made this kind of big report about granizo.
Okay.
And I don't remember exactly this case in this moment, but I think it was like one of the events related to that. But they are working in a really great database about the great hail report.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, probably November 18th.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, nice.
Sorry, I don't have that detail.
No problem. Let's wait a little bit more and see if our colleague here can join again and share his screen. So is anyone going to CalMet in person apart from Romina, and I think Gabriela will do it.
No, I plan to join online. Actually, I
okay.
wanted to ask you some information about that because.
Okay.
Um,
We will discuss it later.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. So I probably only Romina. I mean, she's also part of the organizing committee, right? I really wanted to go, but not this time.
Yeah, me too. I just thought it was going to be very yeah, a lot of things at the end of the semester. So
I can
it's
imagine.
difficult. Yeah. I'm the head of the department right now, and there's a lot of I'm teaching like 4 courses, and yeah, I it's a lot. And Marcial is with the head of the school of physics, so that's also keeping him very busy all the time. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Gabriela, I was checking the things with the enroll, and I think that when you like create a course, at least in our case, we can have an option. It's like usuarios matriculados, and then we can choose the way like métodos de matriculación, and then you can choose like acceso de invitados.
Okay.
We have that option. We have the option is like the student, if you have like a campus, like an access to the campus from the university, you can like self-enroll, but then also it's like for people that are outside, you have to open the course, say, método de matriculación, acceso de invitados.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think ours doesn't have the access for acceso para invitados.
Okay.
It's just the students. So that's exactly, I think, why they have the global campus opportunity there, because that's why I think that's where people actually upload courses and training resources. But I've never used it before, so this is gonna be the first time. Yeah.
Thank you, Inés, for the
Yeah.
hint. I really like this interaction, and in the end, this is the objective of this whole project, right? To share our knowledge between our COEs, and so everyone can improve together.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Diego.
Welcome, Hugh. You can try again when you want. I will stop sharing. Just a moment. Okay, please go ahead.
Can you see?
Yes, we are seeing your screen. Now we are seeing your Moodle page, and now your slides.
Okay, right. Sorry that apparently it had to restart.
Okay.
I have many windows open, so it's a little sluggish. Right, so while that circles, so what we did was create a bare bones Moodle page. You see here, we have our 3 topics: the early warning for all, introduction, similar to what the early warning.
Hugh, we are sorry to interrupt you. We are seeing the presenter mode. You know what I mean? We are not seeing your slides maximized. We are seeing the support window from. Now we are seeing. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I've never used my Mac to present. I usually use my Windows, but I was working on all this using the Mac, so that's why. So I had 3 sections. The introduction, which you provided everyone, a brief introduction to impact-based forecasting, just going through the process which CMH uses to create an impact-based forecast. And then we looked at one case study, Sarah. We were going to do Beryl and Sarah, but the head decided that we would just do one because barrel was mostly wind as opposed to flooding. But given Hurricane Melissa, I don't know if you would suggest maybe we can try to do a impact-based forecast for that, but figure that is basically the same process anyway. Right, so we created videos using, I guess, the slideshow feature in Microsoft Office, and then upload it to Moodle. So we have our videos going through using AI to go through the topics for the introduction, introducing the basics of impact-based forecasting and going through the components, and then introducing the solid products for the case study. We showed how CALMet uses their duettra and their flood models, different models to create the impact-based forecasts. These are all in the videos. Again, how we go about creating our risk matrix. And then I provided 2 demonstrations on how to use free, simple tools, visual tools, to validate verify the impact-based forecast after the fact. So the first was NASA Worldview. I had toyed with using the code Google Earth Engine using their Python API, but I wasn't sure if that would have been overkill given the students here. So I decided to go for a more simple process where I use visualization tools to look at the flooding. I had meant to talk with you or contact you, Diego, because in my experience, I've always had issues with using the code editor and demonstrating for students, requiring, because students usually these days you have to have a login, and I've always found that process to be a bit tedious and difficult. So that's why I went for this simple process. So I just briefly went through how to use the worldview to identify flooding. At the point at which I did this, they were still using Modus, but that has been now upgraded to VERS, and I provide a link to the map which I created using this process. I also demonstrated this similar process using Copernicus data space, their EO browser, which again is a free visualization tool, which allows persons without any programming knowledge to visualize flooding. And here I explain to them the normalized difference water index and how it can be useful. And I walk them through how to do a similar thing for their area of interest. In the video, I mentioned and I showed them a map I created for the same flooding in Belize using Google Earth Engine, using the Python, actually no, using the JavaScript API, where I created an interface, and I have a link to it in the code, but I thought it would be a bit difficult to go through how to create, how to write JavaScript to do the process. And although I have code to do a similar process in using the Python API, I wasn't sure whether it would have worked, because I think some of the code I tried from you, I couldn't get to work myself, so I was a bit skeptical of that, but we can discuss that. And at the end of each section, I provide some resources for the section with the case study. Instead of providing the background information, I've provided some YouTube videos on basics of remote sensing and SAR, as well as providing some links to some training. For example, NASA or RSA has lots of webinars that explain how to do flood mapping, and this one I have shown here is their webinar where they go through how to use Google Earth Engine to create flood maps, as well as link to a NASA worldview exercise on how to use the platform for another exercise. I also have two validation exercises where I use, for the optical, I use the NASA worldview for Melissa and EO browser. I guide them through the steps which I want them to do to create flood maps for Hurricane Melissa, the flooding due to that hurricane. And then from there, I will have a quiz, ask them to decide which they thought was more appropriate and why. I also went through a simple process using the EO browser to create RGB using SentinelOne to compare the optical and the SAR imagery for the same period, and to get them to understand that the optical, although being easy, is affected by clouds, and we have SAR which allows us to, which is unaffected by clouds, so we don't have the issue with cloud cover affecting the flood validation process. And as I said, after each section, the introduction, the basics on impact-based forecasting, and the case study, I gave a number of quizzes using the quiz feature in Moodle to test whether they understood the concepts. So I have here some comments from the process. As I said, I avoided coding because I thought, given the students who have taught, I'm not sure if it would have been well taken, but maybe I can add it if I can, I guess, some assistance in making sure that it can run without any problems. Next issue we had was the hosting the videos. Since they're too large for Moodle, I had to host them on my personal YouTube, but I don't know if we maybe can host them on a common account. And we had issues with the official banner. We wonder if there's an official banner I can use, and as I set up, we had it so that the students had to create a CMH account and asked to join the course, but maybe we can discuss about, I think you were showing everyone had a self-enrollment. Maybe that is the way to do it. And we weren't able to do automatic certificates. Our IT wasn't sure if we had that capability, and maybe we could talk about that again. Not sure which screen is showing, but I can demonstrate. Is the page here, right? Announcements, our forum, the course outline, which we would have provided. We did it in a project format. So if you click here, you get our video, which is linked to YouTube and will start to play. We then click next and go to our resources, and then finally go into our quizzes. We have the similar thing for each section. The case study one is a bit more sections I give, where you have, I said, the introduction to remote sensing, a bit of history on active and passive satellites, explain how radar work, and an introduction to Sentinel-2, the EO browser, introduction to SAR, and you see here we have some exercises, and then I provide, after the exercise, I show them what they should see, and explaining that the SAR is more useful in identifying flooding because it is unaffected by clouds. And again, afterwards, we have our quizzes. So basically that is my quick overview of what we are done for this course.
Excellent. Let me quickly show my screen again. Thank you very much, Hugh. I really like it. Regarding your first comment, there is no automated certificates. We have learned how to do it a couple of months ago. We are using this Moodle plugin called Simple Certificate. It's really easy to use, and we can help your team if they want to implement it. It's really, really easy. Your second comment had to use personal YouTube account to host videos. As Bernie mentioned on the chat box, you can contact Martial and you can host your videos on the official VLab YouTube channel if you want. Okay. Decided to avoid coding given the audience. I don't see any problems with that. And if you want to discuss it later, to share your Google Earth Engine examples so we can try them and make some suggestions, you can do it. We can help you as well. Keep the course short since target audience have time constraints. That's okay. Is there an official banner which we can use? We do not have any official banner. We have created a banner for our training in Brazil, but you can create a custom banner for your training. And student need to create a Moodle account and ask to join the course. Question, I have an account from previous CIMH courses. Can I, and it says you cannot enroll yourself. Can I ask for permission?
Yeah, you just have to send me your
user.
Yeah, your name or the email that you're using, and I can add you.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm open to all feedback. Yeah. If you need a theory, you can give us feedback to what we may need to implement.
Great. And as Bernie said, it's great to see how you have adapted for your audience. That is really nice. Thank you very much, Hugh, for this overview. Let me just return to my presentation. And it's 18:30 UTC. We have 30 minutes more. Let me just move on to the next topic. Preparations for CALMet-XVI Connect 3 conference. And as mentioned during our previous call, all COEs have submitted their proposals. Thank you very much. And thankfully, all of them were accepted. So we will have 5 virtual posters and 1 virtual presentation at the conference. And I know, for example, Marcial will present about AI on another session. Bernie, you are also submitting a poster, right?
Yes, and it's yes.
Were you able to access the Learning Toolbox interface and upload your resource?
I haven't put it in yet. but that's soon. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. And in October, you should have received information from the conference organizers regarding the poster presentations. You should also have received an email from Cubify with instructions on how to create an account and access this learning toolbox platform where we will be uploading our e-posters. At first, I was exploring the interface. I was a little bit confused and not I was not sure how to upload our poster, but we clarified these little details with the organizers. And in the end, it is simple. You need to create a stack, which is our virtual space in this platform. And we can upload our posters using these file option and selecting our poster PDF file. And the organizers also recommended checking the help page of these help learning toolbox support to learn how the platform works and how to design your stack or your virtual space. And just keep in mind that the deadline to upload our posters and any other additional materials we wish to share is November 17th, which is next Monday. This is the learning toolbox. After you create your account, it will automatically detect your contribution. And you can click here on edit and upload your posters. Okay. And when everything is ready, I believe it is just a matter of clicking here, ready to publish, and your poster and your stack will be publicly available, I think. And you can upload other resources like, apart from the poster, you can add, for example, your Moodle page with the enrollment instructions. You can upload videos, etc., and other texts. So it's a nice interface, and it's not hard to upload our resources there. We have a draft of our poster that is being reviewed by our colleagues. It's packed with information, but as a virtual poster, we think it's fine to describe our work with more details. So we quickly describe the project scope and the actions and our contributions to this initiative. And in the end, as Romina said, we provide a QR code with the self-enrollment key at the end. Regarding CalMet, do you have any questions regarding the online interface or any comments before we move on? Gabriela, ¿tienes alguna pregunta? Me acuerdo que comentaste que tenía algunas dudas.
Yes, I think I was going to ask if how do we log into the live conference? I mean, if we're not going to join in person.
I think Lucian, Vic, or Roro shared a link. I will check that. You should also have received this tentative timetable for CalMet, which includes all the sessions, all the presentations, the online program, and other details. And I think on this same email we have information on the links we can access for joining the call. But I will check and let you know. Okay.
Yes, I will double check because I had my email was full for some time, so I was forwarding my messages to another account in the meantime. But I think I probably received it. Both.
Okay, I think I received
Diego,
3 emails and I will forward them to you.
I don't know if they've shared the virtual links yet.
I'm not sure. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
not
what you mentioned, I have received those. I just didn't, and they said they'll send the link, or at least what I remember. I'll have to look through them again, but I think they still have yet to send the virtual links.
Okay. So that's fine. We should receive this link, probably next week, right? As the conference starts on the next week, 2 weeks, in 2 weeks. Okay. Here's the ETR session, and here's the keynote presentation related to our project. It's on the 20 November 24 between 17 and 19 UTC. 17 and 19:30 UTC. Okay. Here's the presentation from Marcial, collaboration and innovation in VLab, AI and Jupyter notebooks for meteorological satellite training. I will watch that. Seems very interesting. And we have many other sessions. Again, you should have received this tentative timetable, and if not, we can forward these files to you. Hugh, go ahead. You have your hand raised.
Hi again. I was having issues, or I was unsure of what the poster is supposed to show. Could you share your poster with us? So kind of idea.
We shared a summary of the initiative, but the focus should be the contribution from CIMH. We shared our a description of the case study, possible causes, and the satellite information shared during the recordings, some satellite imagery used during the training, a description of the other hazard. In our case, it's call lines, and a description of the event, and again the satellite imagery, and as the outcome, the Moodle interface created.
All right, thank you.
For
I think
this
it's clear
part.
enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's our suggestion, but maybe
I wasn't sure how collaboration came into it. So
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Ines?
Yes, I have sorry, two questions. The first one's like, we already start looking how to present this kind of e-poster, but when we start looking at the example for this poster, it's like mainly having like a small tab and like a small presentation. So I don't know if we can use that format instead, like design the traditional poster, have this kind of.
I think you can create this interactive interface using this learning toolbox, but I hadn't had the opportunity to explore it. So I think
but that's
you have
okay.
this. That's okay, I think. I talked with Lucienne Vick, one of the organizers, and she said, hey, you can just upload a PDF with your poster, or you can take advantage of the other features from this platform as well. So I don't see any problems. You can create a more interactive display of your poster.
Great.
Nice question.
No, because we are thinking about doing this kind of same section that we may have in a poster, have like a small presentation according to each one of them.
Yeah.
And thinking
that
about
would be nice.
We think about the one of the section is going to be all the collaborative work that we have done. I don't know if you can listen okay or not.
Yes, we can.
And
now we cannot. We cannot hear you.
Now?
Yes, you can.
Okay, sorry. One of the ideas is the section about collaborative work is talk about how we work with within each one of the COAs and also how we work inside the DKO. But one of the things that we're thinking to do is like also like put some kind of reference about your session, the general session we're gonna present it, and also like kind of connection with all the other posters from each one of the COs.
Nice.
So we may think that this is a nice thing to share with all the poster, like being connected to. So if we share the link, I know that each one of us will have like a link for the poster.
Yes, that would be great. This is a great idea. Let me take some notes. Add to our stacks the links to the other posters of the project. Right?
So all of them are connected and it's easy to move from one to the other.
Okay. Do you think, all of you will have your links ready by this Friday?
Oh,
Then
but I think that the link is already made. It's already
made. That's right. So, for example, here's mine. Where can I see it?
Okay, I don't have access now, but I remember that.
So is it already, I mean, do you have to log in and then you have the link, or
Yes.
is it already there?
But I already can
I
access by logging in. And actually, I registered to the CALMet, but I haven't received any email with indications. Maite, who is like the main presenter, we are sharing the user to work in the poster. That one. There you have user QR, the share stack. You see a big QR on the bottom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I understand this is like the link that we have for each one of the stack.
For example, mine is blank because I haven't uploaded our poster yet, but the link will be the same. So we can just share our links with all the other COEs and then add these links in our stacks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We were thinking about doing something like that, and also like promote
That's
like
nice.
the big session.
That's nice. I like it. So please, whenever you can, please share your links with the other COEs. You can send me those links and I can redistribute them to the whole team.
Or maybe something easy is like create one slide with all the information with the PDF, and we can upload the same file from each one of the case. So each one of the tab will have like the poster or whatever, and then another tab with like.
Yes, we can do it.
I can try to do something like that.
And I'll try and log in like today, I guess. Can you see other people's?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't think so, because
I'm
we haven't activated the public sharing yet, right?
Okay. Well, and then once you do that, you can see other people's?
I think so.
Hopefully there'll be more.
I think once you activate here, maybe it is publicly available. Maybe, I'm not sure.
So if you hit that home button, what does it do? I mean,
which one?
Say if you're logged in. Yeah, that one. You're signed in. Okay, up on the top there, if you hit home, does it just go to that? Yeah.
You can create another stack, for example, and check your list of stacks. And I only have one. This stack is private. And I think when you click here, it will not be private anymore, I think. I'm not going to click because I'm not sure if I can return.
Yeah, they didn't tell you if you can edit after you make it public.
I can clarify that with Lou. I'll do something. VLab early mornings for all. I will create a folder here, CALMet-XVI, and share this link with you. And you can share your information here, viewer, editor. Copy link. Here it is. This is a public link. It's the repository from our project. You can just upload your links and anything you like to, and then we can copy these links and add to our own stacks. Great idea. Thank you, Ines.
Yeah. And can you put that, like, you usually send down a summary, so can you put that in there too?
Yes. Yes. I
Great.
Shared drive.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have that somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
Okay.
usually can find it, but
All right. Next topic. Regional case studies for the basic satellite skills course. During our 5th call in July, Roro from ETR presented the goal of this basic satellite skills course, which is to provide a self-directed learning experience using newly developed existing and newly developed training materials. And this course is, I think it is still available for review on the ETR program Moodle platform. And Roro share the credentials. We can review and provide our feedback. I was able to review some of the content, not everything, but some. And as we have discussed it, the course is composed of 11 units. And the idea is that the case studies developed in our project, in our VLab project, could be somehow included in some of these units. So this would represent, Regional Association 3 and Regional Association 4. And Roro also mentioned that ETR already has some case studies from the other regional associations, RA 1, 2, 5, and 6. So our contribution could complete the set. However, I discussed it with Roro some time ago and explained that, as we've seen in our during the overview, the resources were developed in our native languages. So that's not an issue for CIMH, for example, since their materials are already in English, but Argentina's and Costa Rica's resources are in Spanish, and Brazil's are in Portuguese, and I'm not sure how ETR would handle these resources in other languages. But what I suggested is that each COE could share their resources with Roro in their original format, language, Moodle links, etc., as we have seen. And then ETR will assess whether it's feasible or not to include some of this content into this basic satellite skills course. So that's basically it. We've already shared some of the resources from Brazil with her, and I've also contacted each one of you individually. So whenever you have a chance, please share your resources with Brodo. This is her email. And by resources, I mean anything that is possible, like slides, texts, images, Moodle interfaces. And that's basically it. It's a little bit uncertain how they would adapt this content so they can fit the basic satellite skills course well. But I mean, that would be a nice contribution. Okay. Do you have any questions or comments about this potential contributions to the SAT skills course? I mean, let's just share what we have, and then Roro and the team will check whether it's viable or not to use part of the content developed by our COEs. Okay. All right. We have 10 minutes more. Are there any other topics you would like to discuss, or any questions about what we covered today? Bernie, go ahead.
So when the translations happen, can they be entered then? For the basic satellite skills cases?
Yeah, but in our case, for example, they will be translated to Spanish, not English. because
okay.
because I think it would be much more useful for our regional community, right?
For your region.
From Regional Association 3. I mean,
Right.
so yeah, so that's something to discuss with Roro.
Yeah, and that's right. And yeah, that's, well, hopefully they'll be able to include it anyway.
Yeah. Zoya?
Yeah, I do. I have actually connected a question on translation. So the more general question was whether other COAs plan to submit the documentation or the course material for translation, so that we can a bit plan. And the related question, I mean, if you do submit something to Roro and she would confirm that this is something that they take on board, they do need it, and the only obstacle is lack of English version, I guess we can also manage it somehow either from space program side or ATR. So I don't see that much. I mean, the key point was that if we don't want to translate it into English, is that for any use so that it's not like just but if you feel the need to have this translated, yeah, I guess we can find a way to translate it. And in case of the ATR course, of course it would be important. And Diego, I did see your email to Roro, and I don't believe she actually got back, right? So
No, she didn't.
my point is that actually, because I do know there is a lot of uncertainties here at Secretariat right now, and formally Roro's, she's a seconded expert, so her contract is actually ending January next year. And then she said there is some opportunity for her to be extended for 1 more year if BMKG feels comfortable. But if not, then she's back. And I mean, that would impact her support for this satellite skills course, I think. And pole position is also up in the air. It was abolished. And now I think he was applying for something else within the ATR. So that's why I think she's a bit now on a waiting mode. So with this course, you may want to push her a little bit and seek some
I will ask
feedback.
again. Okay, I will ask again.
This part is a bit unclear, but in
Yes.
terms of Paul and Roro, yeah, but Roro is separate issue because she's a seconded expert, so that's up to BMKG how to proceed.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, from the 5 COEs, only NPay and CIMH have produced videos, which I think it's the hardest part for translation and etc. All the others, they have Moodle interfaces with the text. I mean, the text is already there, and if
for all others, it will be easy because Portuguese is not UN language, and that's what required outsourcing the translation. But for all other from Spanish, English, and back and forth,
should be easier.
So it's much easier for us. So if you have, I mean, for this part, I guess it's not a problem if you submit it early next year. We are not really bound to this end of this year here. So yeah.
Great. Okay.
So just give us some indication if it's in your plan to get this translated either to Spanish or English. Yeah.
Yes, I think for the other COEs, that's a nice idea because the hardest part is done, right? Now, and there's an expression here, you can kill 2 birds with a single shot. You can have your materials translated, and that could also help, ETR with the basic satellite skills course. So I really suggest that the other COEs also proceed with these translation efforts, especially considering that Spanish is a UN language, and that should be easier. Okay. Okay, thank you, Zoya, for the updates. Okay. Do you have any plans? Let's ask our colleagues from UCR, from the CAL, and SMN is not here anymore, but would you want your Moodle resources to be translated to another language?
So we're talking about the
Yeah.
the courses that the
We are,
modules, right?
yes, yes.
Well, the cases in the modules. Yeah. Okay. So
Mhm.
I don't think we should translate it to English if we base those courses in our countries, our home countries. I mean, yeah, I think it would be useful to have it in the native language, but
Yes,
if it needs to be translated, then
in our case, you know,
No,
from
no,
Portuguese to
so
Spanish, it's very easy, very useful. But in your case, I tend to agree that
yeah. I'm sorry to just to make it clear, there is no any requirements. So on our
there's no
side, it's
requirements. Yes.
yeah, there is it's money involved. So if you don't really feel the need, please don't send it to us. Otherwise, we will
Yes.
spend quite a lot of money for nothing. So that's
Yeah,
why
but
that was a clear message that if you only
yes.
see the need for that, then please do so. And or, for example, you do submit it to Roro, and she would say,
Yes.
okay, this is an excellent resource. I want to have it in English. So we don't need it in Spanish. And again, we would definitely consider translating those. We will do our best to do that, but please don't send it to us if you don't, so that it's just on your I don't know, on your desk and you don't use it somewhere. So yeah.
Yes, thank you, Zoya. That's what I wanted to that's what I wanted to mean. Please share your resources with Roto so they can take a look, and they will check. And if they think it's useful, we can think in the future how to proceed with translation. That would be nice. Okay, okay. Uh,
I'll just
yeah,
add that it is interesting. It is interesting that this is useful for the regions in the native language. And they're only accepting them in English. It's especially because, especially for, say, the Southern Hemisphere, because of the conceptual models that were done previously that hadn't been universal before a certain time.
But was it the requirements from Roro that it's on English? I thought for those case studies, it may have total sense to have this in local languages. So I'm not 100% sure that was
I'm
the
not sure either.
requirement. Yeah, I think for the local studies, it might
Yeah,
be totally fine.
I think they initially said that they were pushing to do it in English, although if there are some available in other languages, maybe we can convince them just to have them. Just a thought.
Mhm. Roro just said a couple of weeks ago about the material that is available in COE's native languages. This will be interesting. I still do not know how to deal with that, but let us for now see it as an opportunity, a new opportunity, and an open door to new initiative. That's what she said. But I will ask again. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. So here are some comments from today I will share with you. I will put this presentation in our shared folder, and I will share the link again with you via email. And here you have all the links, the Moodle links for SMN, NPay, the call, and CIMH, and UCR will share the link and enrollment kit in the future. And this is our shared drive where we can add our information on the CalMet posters and other details. Okay, and it is 19 UTC. And with this, we wrap up our seventh and final meeting of our project. Thank you all very much for your contributions, your collaborations throughout the project, your participation in our calls, and helpful suggestions that we've shared along the way. Uh, Personally, for me, it's always a pleasure to work with my colleagues from RE3 and RE4. It always feels like home. I think this is a nice project, and these inter-institutional discussions and regional collaboration to achieve this common goal can serve as a nice example for future initiatives, and that will be the focus of the presentation at CALMet. I also would like to thank Zoya for her great support and excellent work as always, and also acknowledge Bernie for your great help during this project and all the other initiatives we have worked together. So thank you very much, and that's it. Thank you. Thank you all. And take care and see you at CALMet.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I just like to second that. Thanks to Zoya. You've been
Yeah.
a great support and taking care of everything there at WMO in terms of getting the funds out. And, you know, and in terms of what this says for CALMet, I've thought of some other things to put on the poster. A lot of it focuses on VLab and building connections, and this is an example of that. And just what Diego said, you know, that's one thing that I've always enjoyed over the years is just hearing what others are doing and learning how to adapt a little bit more. And yes, it has always been refreshing to hear the conversations and to hear what's being done. And I've been around long enough to see that the sharing and the collaboration has just dramatically increased. Of course, the internet has been helpful, and these webinar softwares, meeting softwares have been helpful as well too. But
Yeah.
also, you know, when we have been in person for meetings, having those walks and discussions have led into cementing the relationships too. So a mix of virtual and in person is a great mix. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Any other comments? Not? Thank you very much, everyone. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Thank
thanks.
you.
Oh, and thanks to Diego for
Yes,
being a great leader on this.
Thank you.
Diego, do you have a few minutes just to stay when after everyone leaves? So I have
Yes,
a
I have.
question.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
stay.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
thank you,
See you.
everyone. It was
Bye.
amazing.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Okay, thanks, yeah. So I do have two questions. One
Okay.
an easy one, and the second one is very tough. And I do apologize. I was a bit hesitant if I should really ask that or not really.
Okay, go ahead. No problem. Let's see.
But
Let's
that's
see.
on. But let's stop. First of all, let's stop. So the easy one.